If people keep pulling away from you, if conversations feel shorter than they used to, if you're always the one texting first, it might not be bad luck. It might be one of these 7 habits, and by habit number 4, you're going to recognize yourself. Stay till the end, because number 7 is the one nobody admits to, not even to themselves. You don't need to be a bad person to be disliked. Most people who push others away have no idea they're doing it. These aren't obvious flaws. They're small, invisible patterns that quietly drain the people around you, until one day they're just gone. Let's go through them, one by one. Someone tells you about their bad day, and somehow, within 10 seconds, you're talking about your bad day, worst day, harder story. Psychologists call this conversational narcissism. It's not always about ego. Sometimes it's anxiety or a desperate need to relate. But here's what the other person feels: unheard. And unheard people don't come back for round 2. Ask yourself, in your last 5 conversations, how many times did you ask a follow-up question versus redirect it to yourself? You cancel plans. You leave messages on read for 2 days. You're busy, always busy. And then, when the invites stop coming, you feel hurt, forgotten, left out. Here's the uncomfortable truth. People don't stop inviting you because they stopped caring. They stop because rejection, even soft rejection, has a limit. Every canceled plan is a tiny no. And nobody keeps knocking on a door that never opens. Someone vents. They just want to be heard. And you jump in. Well, what you should do is, this feels helpful in your head. But to them, it feels like judgment wearing a helpful mask. It says, I don't trust you to handle your own life. Unsolicited advice isn't kindness. It's control, dressed up nicely. Next time someone vents, try this instead. That sounds really frustrating. Just that. Watch how differently they respond. Your friend got a promotion. You mention your bigger one. They booked a trip to Bali. You've already been there, twice. This is called topping, and it silently tells people, your moments don't get to exist without me making it about me. People stop sharing good news with those who can't just be happy for them. And once someone stops sharing their wins with you, that's the relationship quietly ending. I'm sorry, but you also... That's not an apology. That's a defense with an apology-shaped introduction. Real apologies have no but. They don't shift blame mid-sentence. When you explain instead of apologize, the other person doesn't feel resolution. They feel dismissed twice. Once for the original hurt, and again for not being believed. Warm with your boss. Cold with the waiter. Attentive to people who are useful. Distant with everyone else. People notice this. Even when it's not directed at them, they clock how you treat others, and they quietly recalibrate how much they trust you. This is one of the fastest ways to lose respect, because it reveals something people find almost unforgivable, that your kindness is conditional. This is the one nobody admits to. Someone shares a struggle, and instead of sitting with them in it, you compare. That's nothing, you should hear what happened to me. It feels like solidarity in your head. See, I understand, I've been through worse. But it does the opposite. It steals their moment. It turns their pain into a stepping stone for yours. And people remember exactly who did that to them, even if they never say it out loud. Here's the thing about all 7 of these habits. None of them make you a villain. They make you human. Most people do at least one of these without realizing it. The difference between people who keep their relationships and people who watch them quietly fade is whether they're willing to notice. So, be honest. Which one hit closest to home? Type the number in the comments. And if this made you see yourself a little differently, subscribe. Because next time, we're talking about the habit that's even harder to admit.